And then what I'll do is I'll just post a link to the other one. And then what I'll do is I'll just post a link to the other. Okay, here we go. All right, here. I'm gonna put, let's see that. Here, go there, everyone. Sorry. We'll see. We'll switch over. All right, so how's everyone doing out there? Hopefully everyone's doing okay. You guys, Larry, are you working on the Treasure Inside treasure or no? Did you get the book and you getting into it? I don't think I've seen you on K Pro and Cal's live stream, so I'm assuming you're not doing it, but maybe I'm wrong. You know, another thing, Larry, you were on a stream. I don't know whose stream it was. I don't know, a month or two ago. And you said something at the you and you left. Something about people being friendly in the chase or something. And I think you thought I said it because you made a comment, but then you bailed out of the room. It wasn't me. Whatever that was, it wasn't me. It was Tigger was in that chat. And Tigger, I don't know who Tigger is, but Tigger's the one who said it. So just to clarify. So I'm glad you came by so I could clear that up. Whatever it was that you reacted to, I wasn't the one who said it. Or if I said it, I was reacting to something else. There was some kind of confusion. It's been a while, so I can't exactly remember. But anyways, apologize for that mix-up. Have you been working on a particular box or anything like that? You got one picked out that you're interested in? I assume the Fenn box. You doing any others? I've been working on the Pokemon and the Fenn. Really, I've been working on Pokemon a lot more. The Fenn one I got my solution quick back in heck, it was like right around Thanksgiving, and I haven't touched it again. I'm just waiting for the snow, so I'm going out in June to go check it out. Meanwhile, I've been working on this Pokemon. It's been driving me insane. I've gone boots on the grounds a couple times for the Pokemon, no luck. I'm willing to talk about one of the places I went here. Still in the process of reading the book. Yeah, I haven't read any, or I shouldn't say any, but very little of the main part of the book. I've read all four of the small box chapters, but I haven't read the main book. I've just really been focusing on this Pokemon. I'm kind of obsessed with it. Uh, but we're having fun with it too at the same time, so it's good. Yeah, so my first solve, we ended up going boots on the ground back in December uh, in Louisiana. And man, I thought it was the best solve, obviously. We went out there, we thought we were going to find it, and it was pretty good. So there had a couple things going for it. Number one, before I realized that there were three of these pictures in the book, the frog, the outline of the page of the frog, that jagged edge on the right, it matched up the trail, uh, the trail graph that's on all trails pretty closely. It wasn't identical, but it was close enough where I was like, damn, I don't think that could be coincidence. Well, it was, but it matched like I say out of 1 to 10, probably matched like 7.5. It was really close. So that iced it for me. I'm like, we got to go. But then I saw some other stuff. So like this, I see these. Like this is the site for Louisiana Arboretum, which is where we were, and they have these pictures on the site. These little depictions of the different habitats that are in that park. And which one was it? All the animals. Look at that. We have. He talks about salamander in the book, crawfish and frog, all on one depiction, and then this vernal pool. It's a pool, that it fills up seasonally from time and then dries out. So I'm like, man, that's a great spot for where the locals show up from time to time, right? Because when it's dry, all the inhabitants of that vernal pool will be gone. Um, and what else? We had some other matching animals here on these depictions. The other thing that was cool about this site, if you go here, oh wait, am I on share screen? You're not seeing what I'm seeing. Shoot. Or are you? I don't even know. No, you're not. Oh boy. Never mind. I'm sitting here it's going over it like you guys can see what I'm talking about. Damn it. Well, anyways, the other reason I picked that Louisiana Arboretum, I looked up Pokemon Go in Portland because he talks about Portland in the book, and he dedicates a whole page to Portland. And there was this one big function in that same time period, July of 2016 in Portland, and it was at the Longfellow Gardens. And right by there was the Longfellow Arboretum. So I'm like, holy crap. So all these things were lining up. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. And then the coin, I used the coin because I thought that's where it was the path and it matched one of the paths at the Louisiana Arboretum. So we thought for sure we were going to have it. And needless to say, we went out there and it was a total dead end. There wasn't anything. I mean, it was terrible. We were out there, I don't know, 4 hours or so and just nothing. Hey, Hooli, welcome. Good to see you. But so that Louisiana Arboretum, it was really good. Had a lot of matching stuff, but we've moved on from that, and now I realize how not good it was because there was just so many things left unanswered that we didn't even consider as clues that now we're getting into it like, oh yeah, that's this. So we're on another spot. We've been out to the new spot a couple times. Still like it. I think we might go one more time. I don't know. Maybe in the next few weeks, we'll have to see what's going on. I have my kids half the time, so I got to do it. I'm only available to do it every other week. So maybe in about three weeks, we'll be heading out there again. Yeah, doing all right, Huli. I tried to get this set up through a notification Premiere thing, and it just did not work. So I had to go back to my old way. And for some reason, it's not my Zoom here at home. My workspace isn't allowing me to post my whatchamacallit, my background picture. Let me see. Choose video settings. Let's try this. See if it. Now see, it says it's there, but the picture just won't show up here for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Is that working? Oh, no. Oh well. We'll just do it with the. Oh, there we go. It is working. The infamous Pokemon picture. Has anyone made any headway on this? Oh my goodness. Every single picture on Discord looks just like this. I mean, this could be anywhere. People get on there saying, "Oh, I have a picture. It looks exactly like the one in the book." Yeah, get in line. Who doesn't? Everyone's got a picture like this. The other one's live too. I got two going live. Oh shit. You hate that pic? Yeah. Tell me about it. I don't know. Let me see what I've got what's doing here with this. I mean, I'm not a totally inept when it comes to technology, but I just have never done this. Oh, it is still going. Shit. Well, hold on. How do how do I shut this thing off? Oh man. YouTube Studio, content live. Okay, we're gonna delete forever. Okay, that hopefully did it. Oh, hello, Casper. Double the stuck? Well, you too? With this picture, or you're still stuck back in the chase? Anybody gotten any headway on the Fenn box? We're planning on going out in June, maybe mid to late June. You had a reunion today, Larry? Oh, oh, your reunion with your wife. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I think Juli, I think I shut it. I think hopefully the other one's off now and get everyone into the right stream. The whole idea was just to get some people, because I always start off and it always takes a long time for people to trickle in. So I was hoping to have maybe a little bit more of an audience when I started, so that's why I did it, but it didn't work out. So this is fine. The picture has you. Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, this could be, I'm not even so convinced it's rocks. It could be the ground, it could be grass, it could be anything. It could be dirt. Yeah, exactly. So we got the Fenn box, the Pokemon box. I have done zero on AT. I did a little on the PNF, but I just kind of left it because I know realistically I'll never go out there. I mean, it's just, that's just too far for an unknown. I feel better about the Fen and the Pokemon because I think the clues and the stories are going to get the poem and the story are going to get you close to the chest. I think with PNF, you're going to have to do some big time searching, and I'm not about going you know, out to Lake Tahoe or whatever from here and not even having a spot. So I that's just not in the so anyway. So I've avoided that one for the most part. I enjoyed the puzzle stuff and the word search and all that, but I'm not going to go out there. Yeah, see, I got the announcement right, but I guess when I tried to go in through the announcement screen, it didn't. I couldn't do the stuff I usually do, and I couldn't get my picture up or my name, and it's just like that's why I said screw it. I'll just go back to my normal format. Well, we got a lot happening, and as Mike and Christy would say, the amusement park. We got the Golden Greed coming out Thursday. That's kind of cool. I mean, I'm very confident it's not going to tell us anything we don't know, but nonetheless, it'll be cool to watch. See, and what's cool is it's got some new people in there. It's got a little mix. It's got Justin and Cynthia, but we also have some new people, the Hearsts and Lou B and people we haven't necessarily seen a lot of before in the videos and documentaries. So that's going to be good. And I'm with K Pro. I think there's some clues in Justin's room in that documentary for sure. Maybe not, but I sure got that feeling when I saw him in that room and he had all those screens and the two coffee mugs and There was something suspicious there. I got a feeling of something suspicious. I assume everyone, or I shouldn't assume everyone, going to do the Edge treasure hunt. I ordered my book. I guess it's supposed to get here Thursday, right? I pre-ordered it. Speaking of books, by the way, my JCB book, is it me or is it not made very well? I got the whole back like 10th, the last, basically from after the Fenn chapter on. It's all kind of loosening up out of the binding, and it's quite unfortunate actually. In the last section is like higher up in the binding and it sticks out above all the other pages in the book. It's not I don't know, it looks like it was kind of rushed to completion. Well, whatever. Changing the clock, strange stuff. The first time you opened it, yeah, right? It's kind of a bummer. I mean, it's a lovely book, right? It's really nice, but it's just, and I hate to pile on the guy, but it's kind of just added to the list of shit that's gone wrong, right? With the typos is just unforgivable, really. It's a lot of chaos because, no one knows what's a typo, what's not. Is the Santa Fe, Arizona typo? I mean, I know they corrected it, but for all that time, you have people spending time researching that and trying to figure out what that means. And so I'm sure there's a whole lot of other mistakes that other people have been doing that too. Their edges were really bent. Yeah, I mean, look, the bottom line, as long as the stuff is findable with what we have, that's all that really matters in the end. I'm kind of the belief that if one person can find it, then the clues are good enough. Interesting pick. Give me some skin. Or not a mechanism. Yeah, I mean, I think most of the typos are typos, but I think there may have been some little typo things like that were intentional, but now it's like you can't even. I'm planning on doing justice, but won't worry. But worry, I'm not tech enough. Yeah, I wonder what his hunt's going to entail. It's going to be interesting. I mean, I imagine there's a poem of some sort for at least part of the treasure hunt. I doubt he's going to have the whole hunt just based on a poem like Forrest did. Um, but maybe, who knows? I don't know. But I'm sure his hunt will be pretty good. He's a smart guy. So we got Netflix. And now the other hunts, I don't know much about, or I'm not going to even look into that TTOK. I mean, I didn't even know it was a horror type of hunt. I have no interest in that. And paying 250 bucks for some leather bound, I don't, that's not for me. And this treasure game sounds like a disaster. You're not even getting paid or something. I don't know. I have no interest in not doing something I'm not going to get paid on or have no chance of getting. I mean, I probably won't get anything here either, but at least I have an opportunity. Casper, no, I don't worry about that. I think this is legit. I think this is legit. I mean, look, I don't know for sure, but I get the sense he's honest in what he's doing. I think he just didn't think it through on some certain things and had some bad luck with some stuff. Um, the ebook stuff's kind of a disaster. Can't get that right. Some are searchable, some aren't searchable, from what I understand. It's just nothing's gone very smoothly. And to be quite honest, I know the snow's out there and all, but I thought one of them would have been found by now. Certainly, I'm still of the opinion that all four of the small boxes or at least a couple. But I think all four will be found by the next snow this year. By fall or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of people looking. I don't know. I venture to say there's probably more than what Fenn had out there looking. People who are actually going boots on the ground. I get that sense. I don't know. I'm just talking on my ass. I mean, I really, I have no way of really judging that or knowing it. I just get that sense that you got more people going out on this hunt. I'm still waiting for Kindle. Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, are the books delayed still, or can you buy books quickly now? Let me see. Let me go to Amazon and see what we got. Uh, it's my second home, Amazon. Treasure Inside. Well, it's only $35 now. I think it was more expensive, wasn't it? So I paid full price. Oh no, it looks like it's being delivered on time. It says here delivery by Thursday. So looks like books are fully available. I don't know about the ebooks. And the other thing is I'm not an Apple person. I'm Android, so I can't even get the Apple ebooks. Oh, hey Frank. I haven't seen Frank in quite a while. Another fraud, another scam. I hate to tell you, Forrest wasn't a fraud. Is he still alive, Frank? Is he still living on some ranch in New Mexico where you went out that day, or what? Do you think he's died by now? No app. Oh, took me a second. Yeah, I don't want to change at this point. I've always been with Android, so why? No reason to change, really. Why do you say this is a fraud, Frank? I mean, why don't you give it a shot? You can get an ebook, I don't know, for if you have Apple for like $10 or something. Maybe it's I don't know, maybe it's a little more. I don't know how much it is, but it's affordable for most people. I shouldn't say it's affordable for everybody, but it's affordable for most people. You should get that Fenn box uh, ebook and go hunting. Maybe we'll see you out there. Well, I don't think it's a fraud. I definitely don't think Justin's is a fraud. And then the other ones, I don't know. There's no provenance for the other two hunts. I don't know people in them. I don't know the history behind the people running them. This guy, we know he was a searcher. You know, Justin, we know was a searcher, so at least we have some knowledge about the creator. It makes it a little bit more palatable to get into it and do it. Does anybody know any has any ideas on this picture or anything else about the Pokemon or Fenn or any of them really? I really can't speak intelligently on the AT though. I could speak about the other three. And Lion Share, I can't say a peep about. I don't know anything about it. Although I did have a thought. Anyone thought about Michael Jordan being part of the Lion Share? There's 23 chapters in the main book. He's always talking about five. Two and three is five. I don't know. That's just a thought from someone who hasn't read any of the book really, except for the how to read my book chapter. You got your book free? Nice. Hey, let's save you $50. Then if you got it free, why are you saying it's a scam? You don't even have to pay. What do you got to lose? Davio, welcome, my friend. Davio, I got to ask you something, man. I joke with you about Yellowstone every time I see you, but on JCB, I see you telling people to look in Yellowstone. Are you being sarcastic, or do you think that his is in Yellowstone? You got a recent cipher anagram signed. Sorry, Frank, I don't know exactly what you mean by that, man. Signed by Forrest? Is that what the F is? I don't think he hid, I definitely could be wrong on this, but I really want to believe he didn't hide anything in a national park. Really want to believe that. But, he could be a maverick too. Okay, so you think he hit it, you think JCB's Fenn box is in Wyoming? Okay, that's fair. I've been in a couple states with JCBs. It's funny, not a lot of people are saying New Mexico. It's a large bunch of Colorado, some Wyoming, very few Montana, but I haven't heard hardly anybody saying New Mexico. Frank, are you New Mexico for the Fembox? Or well, I guess you think it's a scam, so you're not even looking. Or I went to Sleepy Hollow Cemetery last weekend to investigate the Appalachian. Okay, all right, cool. Where's Sleepy Hollow Cemetery? I don't know. Yeah, I was talking about us going boot. We've been three times boots on the ground. Second choice Santa Fe. Okay. The first time was yeah, the Louisiana Arboretum, and it was pretty sweet. I don't know if I spoke about this or not, but if I did, I'm sorry. But uh, we drove to that. So from Florida, we had quite a ride, but it worked out cool because my son's I don't want to make him sound like a degenerate, but he does a bit of gambling. So we were able to get on the way out. We were able to get comped at Caesars in New Orleans. So we had a nice fun time there that night. Then the next morning we drove up to the Arboretum is outside this little town called Ville Platte, Louisiana. So he went there the next night, and then we came back and stopped in Biloxi, and he got another night comped at one of the was it which one was it Biloxi? Shit, some other casino there. So it was actually a pretty fun trip. We just boots on the ground wise, it was awful. The rest was cool though, but that was a lot of driving. I hadn't done driving like that in quite a while. But man, that was really a good solve. And the place was really cool too, actually. I mean, the trails were nice and the scenery was nice. It just didn't wasn't there. I realized, that it was the wrong spot altogether once I got home and spent a couple hours thinking about it and going over stuff. I'm like, this isn't even the right spot. So I moved on. And I've said it in the Discord. I'm also a believer that it's between North Carolina, Statesville, and Houston. That's it. North of that, it's not even worth bothering, in my opinion. You take basically whatever that highway is coming down to near Biloxi from Statesville. I think it's 65, something like that. Anyways, whatever it is, from there to I-10 to Houston, and then draw 100 miles either side of the highway, that's your search location. I don't think anything north of 100 miles north of I-10 is going to do it, or a couple hours, maybe 150, whatever. 9 hours of driving. Yeah, luckily I wasn't alone totally. My son was with me. So that was cool. But yeah, no, it's a long drive. We went, yeah, to New Orleans. But New Orleans is about 9. It's about the same, maybe 10. Yeah, well, at least this one, Hooli, the Louisiana Arboretum, it was dead quiet. I mean, it's really in the middle of nowhere. If you look on the map, if you ever looked it up, it when we were there, we only saw two people on the trails that we were on. And that was a weekend. We were there on a Saturday. So, but I think it could be these boxes could be near public. It reminds me of one of his interviews. He said something like they asked him, "Well, are they all rural or any urban?" He said something like, "Oh, they could be rural, they could be urban, they could be a mix, something like that." So I think anything's on the table. No, no, it's state property. It was public land. I definitely checked that out. It's state of Louisiana land. Come on now, give me some credit. You don't think I'm gonna go drive all the way hell out there to look on private property? Come on now. I got a little sense in me. That's a hell of a drive. You know how pissed I'd be if I got out there and realized it was private property? 17 miles south of the AT. Oh, but north of New York City. Oh, north of New York City, 20 miles. Okay, gotcha. You think the PNF box is not rural at all? And at the end of the day, these places are all trails, so they're all going to have the possibility of having people on there, right? I mean, he says 3 miles from the car. I said it before. I don't think anything's going to be more than shit. Total walking there and back to the car, a mile, two max. There's nothing that's going to be 6 miles, 3 miles out and 3 miles back. I don't think. But it's just my based on nothing. It's just my opinion. Yeah, or a combination. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's the quote I was referring to, I think. Yeah, closer to an urban area. Yeah, I don't think he's going to put it like in, downtown New Orleans. Be smart, stay alive. A few hundred feet from the car for you. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's that close. Oh, you mean your solve, or that's what you think the box would be? And remember, he had to lug it out there too. So, maybe the lion's share he did hide way out, considering it's the big prize. So he ain't gonna make you work for it. But hey, and I'd be happy to find a box. That's a big prize too. One of the small boxes. It's not that small. Oh, your solve, yeah. Um, let's see. My current solve, where I'm going to next time, is fairly close. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe a couple hundred feet from the car. What time is it? With the weight and yeah. See, I didn't know that. Yeah, that makes sense though, right? That's he wants people got to work hard for that one. He's going to put it out there. And if he had to push his limits, that's saying something because the dude probably hikes all the time, so I'm taking it that he's in really good shape. All right, man, I got something really funky happening here. Do you guys see that black blob in the middle of the screen? The fuck was that? What is that? Do you guys see that black blob in the middle of the? But it can't be anything on my because I've got my camera covered, so it's a freaking ghost, man. What the hell's happening here? You do see it? The shit. What is this? Freaking aliens. No, I have the screen covered. I always do. I never have I have a little, camera slide closer cover thingy. I never have my camera, open when I do these. It's always just like I have it now. So, very strange. Looks definitely looks like some kind of ghost or something. Well, welcome to you, ghost. Enjoy. Maybe you can give me an idea on this freaking Pokemon picture. Gengar, yeah. There you go. Here, let's do this. Let's see if I opened it. Yeah, see, I opened it. I'm still covering it from far away though. Yeah, I gotta keep my anonymity here for when I find these boxes, I don't want all you nuts coming after me. All right. Gengar's a Pokemon. A spider. So I mean, I know the obvious people. I know Huli, Davio. Well, that's really it. Are you the rest of you on the Discord at all? Discord's fun. I don't talk though. I mean, on the speakeasies, I just sit in there. I was wondering about the speakeasies, and I appreciate it, and it's cool, and it's nice to hear from everyone. But why don't they just if they're doing that, why don't you just do a live and just I mean, why is I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's a big difference. Why don't people just everyone go live like those after parties they did for Fenn? You're a Fenn searcher? Okay. Oh, Mike Sheehan, I got you. Okay, so you guys are on Discord. All right, cool. Looks like, and then Hem City, what's your deal? Or my city, he me city. Some people like them because, well, yeah, yeah, I guess that's why I like the, yeah, that's the reason I do like the other way because it is recorded. I can go back. I'd be like, oh, I remember they said this, and for a quote or something, I can go back and get that. But yeah, I got you. I understand. When people get mad that people like me sit in there and don't talk, but I don't talk. What can I say? I'll talk here. They can come here and chat with me here. So Davio, when are you going? Are you going boots on the ground anytime soon? You're out west. You're close to a couple of the boxes. To fall asleep. Yeah. Yeah, you guys they get on late on Discord. A lot of West Coast people or whatever, man. I wake up in the morning and people are on until like 3 or 4 in the morning. Ramrod. Ramrod just passed away, sadly. Rest in peace. You guys know that Ramrod from Vice Squad or Vice something? Some old movie from the 80s. Anyways, he just passed. Tahoe, yeah, you're gonna go out there boots on the ground, Davia? I'm thinking the lion's share is somewhere in the Midwest area. Michigan, Minnesota, something like that. 724, dude, Hem City, you're killing me. I don't understand anything you're posting, dude. Yeah, George Foreman too, sadly. 72425. Yeah, there's some I've been watching trying to watch the some of the videos from the tubers. We got Froggy, I like his stuff. Um and then we have the brother sister duo. They've been posting some stuff. You know, nothing negative. The original Treasure podcast, whatever that one's called, it's not for me. They're too long, and it doesn't work for me, so I don't really watch that one. What else? There's a couple others. 72425 Delaplane Ark. Excuse me. I don't think it's in Arkansas, man. I mean, in this the in the book it says his trip to Houston. I don't think it could be much clearer. And I understand people think that that means the whole round trip, but I don't know. Unofficial. Oh, is that the one I'm talking about? Oh, the Kelowna one. That one, American Treasure. That's a good one. But the YouTube ones, yeah, I haven't. Other than well, because the other thing is when people talk about anything, the ones I'm not interested in, I kind of tune out too. So a lot of the stuff is on the lion's share, and I'm just not into it right now. So if it's not really about Pokemon or Fenn, I'm not listening too much. FAF, dude, you're talking in like freaking sign language here, Hemi City. I don't know crap about what you're trying to tell us. FAFO slash slash green light traffic light monocle. I don't know. So on Pokemon, you guys got to help me out. What do you guys think? Do you think the where the locals turn up from time to time? Do you think it's animals or humans? The locals. Oh, fuck around, find out. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Who cares? I've gone back and forth on that. For the longest time, I thought, at first, I thought it was humans. Then for a long time, I thought it was animals. Now I'm kind of wishy washy back to humans. Also, what I don't understand is why is he telling us it's 6 stories, the hotel, right? He stayed in the five. Like if it wasn't significant that the hotel had 6 stories, he would have just said a 5 story hotel and they stayed at the top. So he's saying 6 story, right? But they stayed in the fifth floor. Anyone have anything on that? You looked at his elevation. I see. Well, see, that doesn't work. Yeah, there's not really mountains where I'm at. You mean like 500, 600? That maybe like it's on a 600-foot hill and they're at it's at the 500 mark, something like that. Sixth floor. It's on the very first page of the Pokemon chapter, W. He's saying how they went to New Orleans and they stayed on the in a 6 story hotel and they stayed on the fifth floor. It was an absolute dream come true. I could barely sleep. I just wanted to spend the entire night staring out from our small balcony halfway to the stars. Golden Gate Bridge, anyone? Or Park? Golden Gate? San Francisco? I'm confused. Between Casper and Hemi City, I'm totally lost. They have their own code going, I think. Art fun. We are devolving here, people. The halfway to the stars is important. 70 to 84 feet. Oh, you mean if a story's 12 feet high? Is that what you mean? Or whatever measurement you're using? Yeah, 14 feet. Gotcha. I see what you mean. Dang, I haven't got into that deep on the height. He said elevator. Elevator? He did? Let me see. See the whole hotel running through the street, going into the bar deal. That's a little I'm having a little trouble with that. I'm good on everything else in the book. It's that one part I'm a little sketchy on. You know, the bartender did a double take. That doesn't make any damn sense. And why is he playing baritone sax? Anyone thought of that? I mean, everything's made up, right? So if he's telling us it's not like it's true, it's for a reason. So why is he telling us it's a baritone sax? Darkened glass pane and peered inside. 3 men played music on stage. I listened. I'd never heard such intoxicating sounds. Why is it intoxicating? He's only 5 years old. Oh, and another thing in this driving me crazy. Hooli, maybe you got an idea. Um, I mean, it doesn't at this point. It doesn't matter to my solve, or maybe it would, and tell me I'm wrong. But why are the adults so slow and him so fast? Don't you get the sense of reading it that he's telling us that all the adults are very slow and he's super fast? He's like a flash and he was running and he scampered and he leapt from his seat and all this stuff and everything else, she slowly ate her last bite of the breakfast and his parents straggled behind down the street in some boring conversation. What is all that about? These are the burning questions I have. And this stinking picture in front of us. Well, looks like the ghost is gone. He decided he didn't want any part of this Pokemon box. See you later. Middle saxophone. I played sax in for about 3 or 4 years, middle school, first year of high school. Pace of a trail, maybe downhill, then flat. Okay, I like that. That's creative. Elevator, I don't even know her. That's good, Hooli. That's funny. Hmm. Yeah, I played in sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth grade. And then I stopped. I thought guitar was much cooler, which that I stopped once I got to college. So but I could still play guitar. I can't play sax. I could probably play a few notes. But yeah, the six in the hotel bothered me. The pace of the people and the whole bar scene. And what the hell is a Frokie doing in a jazz bar? What's up with that? I mean, if you got I said this before, if you got a Frokie in a jazz bar, anything goes, right? Anything can be happening then, because that's so ridiculous. Because Bill Clinton played one and he was from Arkansas. I mean, yeah, I guess. I think that's a bit of a obscure way to get you to Arkansas. And then his directions, man. He's all around the place. He's just moving. We don't know which way he's moving down the trail. I guess just whichever way the trail goes. Then he sits on a rock. Then he reverses course. Then he circles back. And then he walks back to where he started the day. And then I heard someone make the point, well, where did he start his day? Did he start his day at the beginning of the trail? Is that what he means? Or did he start his day when he picked up Frokie at the jazz bar? So is he walking away a different direction? I don't know. Now, JCB would say you don't have to know all the clues to find these boxes, but still, I feel like a couple of these need to be figured out. And what about Fenn, guys? So Fenn, the Fenn box. I know. We have a few Fenn searchers here. I don't know you other guys that I don't know that well. If you're searchers chasing an epiphany, I don't know Hemi City. But what about that poem? I think it's a pretty good poem. And I think it very similarly to Forrest poem, it seems to fit a lot of places. And he wrote it in the same vein where and when I say that I mean like I always equated Forrest poem to like a movie where I don't know, you see someone beat up laying on their back on the street, waking up from being unconscious and like, oh shit, how did they go like, how did I get here? Right? And then the movie starts from the before that time and it gets to that place somewhere later down in the movie. That's how Forrest's poem was written, and that's kind of how he wrote this one, right? I cruise along a road I know and parked my car just off the side, near where I'd searched for heavy loads. It was not there, although I tried. So that is telling us way back, to the point where he's already um let me see. Caught my car just outside. It was not there, although I tried. You guys, am I making sense? So Forrest, do I even remember the poem? Um, as I have gone alone in there, and with my treasures bold, I can keep my secret where and hint of riches new and old. So like he's hid the treasure already, right? Or he's about to. And then he's going back telling you how to get to where he's hiding it, right? It's kind of, anyways. Sometimes jazz is about the notes you didn't play. So figure out what you don't need. Probably don't need this hunt. Damn. It's kind of crazy. Hey, Brian, welcome. 5.5 years old. Yeah, that's one of those, is this a typo or does this mean something? Who knows, right? Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, 50-50 guess. I guess treat it as though it's a clue is the only way to be safe. In media, yes, heavy loads, railroad history. Yeah, Brian, you've been, yeah, I think you've been in here before, right? I remember your name. Begin it where, so he starts it off like backwards, right? Begin it where cool water flows instead of where warm water halts. So that's kind of clever. And follow through the canyon round instead of take it in the canyon down. Take in the rolling highs and lows. At first, I was thinking about it like a bowling alley for that. What do for rolling highs and lows? Pass by a place where once was brown. And then he's got a drawing nigh. He's got a home. Yeah, the compass points now towards the home of point and tree and seeing eye. So, what does the compass points mean? Does compass points mean it's north, or is he just saying you're now headed? The compass points just means that's where you're headed. It doesn't necessarily have to be north. I think the latter, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Stop just beyond the camper's blaze. So shouldn't there be an apostrophe there? A campers? That seems to be a typo also. A thinker stone is all you need. The spot is set with marvel gaze. A white mark shows upon the seat. Repeating. Oh, repasting from above. 5.5, halfway. Yeah, yeah, 5.5, halfway to the stars. But I mean, I don't know what I don't know what to do with that. Yeah, who cares? You might be right. You know, I don't know. I will say I'm in a different state. I mean, so I'm not forcing it to where I thought the fembot. I did kind of try to take this at face value on its own merit. But yeah, your ideas kind of get mixed up with how you thought your line of thinking for the Fenn chase. Box is halfway on the trail, perhaps. That'd be interesting. That's the other thing. He says he didn't bury it, so you walk around, you're like, shit. Depending on what you have in front of you, I'm like, there's not a whole lot of places to hide this thing. It's got to be freaking super camouflaged or something. Because if you're not burying it, you better have, I don't know, a lot of bushes and trees and stuff like that that are shorter. Because really, tall trees not going to help you. Or maybe he made something and took it out there with him, and that something that he could camouflage with the scenery. I don't know. I think the consensus, mostly, most people seem to think that he hit it in one of those pelican type cases, which makes sense to me. I mean, how else are you going to keep all this stuff, you know, safe from the elements? Actually, got a Zoom with my son later, talk about our search and when and if we're going to go back out. I kind of hope it's soon. I'm ready. I'd like to get back out there and give it another shot. I think this will be our yeah, this will be our last spot, or excuse me, our last time at this spot. We'll do this will be the third time, and you know how it is. You know, you go out there and then you get home and you're like, oh shit, well this means that. So the chest is actually over here, not where I looked the last time. And then you go back, it's not there, and you come home, same thing. You got, oh no, no, wait, it's here. That's what it is. Oh, I screwed that up. I misinterpreted that. It's over here. Yeah. Next thing you know, you've gone out to Montana 8 times. Adiabatic gymnast? Dude, how many city? Oh, the ghost came back. What's happening? Go away, ghost. I need some onions or something. Some garlic. Not onions, garlic. Garlic and a crucifix, please. And what a metal steak, iron steak. Is that just denial? Yeah, probably. It's probably denial. But I will say the things that I've been coming up with make sense to me, and I don't think they're denial. Maybe more, yeah, I mean it could be denial, I guess. But I'm pretty on the practical side, I'm pretty damn practical. I tend to be pretty objective. Like that Louisiana Arboretum, I went once and that was it. I didn't go back. So I think I can cut myself off if there's something that's obviously telling me it's not the right spot, you know? With the Montana thing, our first spot was wrong completely. And for Fenn, I mean, we didn't even search the first time. That was a disaster. And then the next 7 times we went to one general area and kept moving the spot every time we went and was not there, obviously. We were in the park though, but we weren't at 9 Mile Hole. Yeah, I saw the ghost. He came back, say hello for a minute. My dog's hungry. You hungry, dog? We'll get you some food in a minute. Yeah, so anyways, anyone else have any thoughts on the JCB or the Forrest Fenn documentary coming out? Or Justin or old Fenn? You want to talk Chase? We can talk Chase always. Although with each passing day, my Chase knowledge is fading. I used to be Johnny on the spot, man. I used to know everything. Not anymore. It's too high in elevation. Oh, you mean for Fenn? Yeah. Yeah, I was at the northeast entrance of the park. Yeah, a lot of people are in that area, Brian. I mean, that's where isn't that where that poor kid died at? Ashby? I think he was over there, right? Yeah, who cares? I used to have those quotes like verbatim. I mean, locked in my head. I was like, my own Terry Scant. Didn't even need to go look. But I can barely even recite the first stanza of the poem. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame for all those guys. Once you ghost black, you don't go back. Who is this Hemi City? Where'd you come from, Hemi City? Are you a Fenn searcher? If you are, you're new because that's a new name. At least I don't remember it. It's funny. I'm not going to mention any names, but you guys that go on Discord, you guys that are going that speakeasy, I gotta be careful because Hoolie's the mod. She might boot me. But oh, there he is. There's my ghost buddy. Um, you can ever get on the speakeasy and you're sitting there, and then someone starts talking, like, oh shit, they're talking now. Oh man, time to check out. There's a couple of those people. No one in here, but there are definitely a couple of those people in that speakeasy I just do not want to hear from. I think documentaries show people should absolutely stay anonymous if they find a treasure. Perhaps, perhaps. I mean, Jack Stoof, he him having to be forced to come out, so to speak. I don't think that's why he didn't make. He just did it wrong. See, the problem is he was so worried about the tax savings and all that other stuff. He screwed up the opportunity to capitalize, I think. I think he could have made, when it was hot back then, he could have made easily over 2 million, I think. And I think he even got an offer for 2 million at one point, if I recall. But, you know, maybe he was holding out or whatever. I don't know. Well, guys, I'm already anonymous. So I was gonna say, when I find the Fenn box, I'll stay anonymous. I'll just come out as stuck in Landia. So it's like semi-anonymous, right? You won't know my real identity, but at least you'll know it's someone from the community. Yeah, Jack couldn't talk me that park. That park's all a bunch of hogwash. Jack should have taken one for the team. But hey, he was off in Puerto Rico doing his thing. Jack was Jack is he gives off the impression not a bad guy, just he's a schemer and you know very cynical. But hey, he got his deal. He got his some money. He moved to Puerto Rico. I guess he's back, or I don't know where he's at. I snuck into a park meeting. Cam Shawley was furious to get a treasure question. Oh, I remember. I remember when they had that meeting, the question and answer. That was a while back. I didn't log in for that. I mean, it's all kind of dumb. I mean, I'm all for protecting the park and all that, but their reaction is so over the top. I mean, nothing was going to happen. The treasure was gone. People stop looking for it. Now there's some exceptions. There are a couple people who still look for it, but it's not like a 10,000 people are going to go trample at 9 Mile Hole. Got a handful of people who went out there walking around. Big deal. Who went out there? I mean, we probably know everyone that went out there. There's probably less than 20 people. I asked if they were changing the rules. People fishing there every day, though. I mean, and that all that's and the truth of it, it all gets taken care of. Nature takes care of it on its own. I mean, that's all going to be gone one day. I mean, it's not. I hate to be so crass, but that's that's a fact. May not be soon, but it's going to happen. I mean, look at the floods they had and the fires before that. That's relatively speaking, that's nothing compared to what's going to happen when it blows. I don't know exact. Well, no, they don't walk. They don't fish directly in the hole. I'm sure some do, but I mean, I would. I wouldn't. I'd have. I would never go out there. But I crossed Soda Butte Creek. That was bad. I think that was worse than where I was crossing Soda Butte is looks 100 times worse than what I saw at the Madison. Let me tell you, where we were crossing in that snow melt in June, it was like a freaking class 3 or 4 rapid. It was rough. We couldn't stand. We had to use ropes and everything. It was no joke. Stupidest thing my son and I ever did by far. We talk about it now and laugh, and we have a funny story because just the whole scene was a riot. But at the moment, it was super dangerous. Although I don't, you never know. But I don't think even at the worst case scenario, he would have just gotten bruised up, floated down creek a little bit, and that would have been that. But you never know. You never know. So luckily, nothing happened. But yeah, I looked at the Madison. I'm like, that's cake compared to what we were crossing. It's not much wider, and it was much, much calmer. But Madison's deeper. Madison's deeper. You guys got anything else you want to chat about? I'll hang out and chat. I still got like an hour, but I need participation. Moderate who is a moderator at Discord? I don't even know who the moderators are other than you. Koi Wonder's a moderator, right? Is Froggy a moderator? Say no to Arkansas, guys. Just say no. Oh, the question went through a moderator. Okay. Casper, yeah, for sure. A lot of people were out there. A lot of people been out there. I mean, hell, my son and I were at 9 Mile Hole just to see some deer that were out there. We pulled over and got out and walked up to the edge. And at the time, we didn't even realize it was like 9 Mile Hole from, Fenn with the rock and all that. We just didn't put it together. We were just, we just pulled off, got out and looked at the deer for a little while. And I told him, we were only 150 feet from the treasure or whatever it was. Now you're all in Arkansas. Who cares? I'm hurt. I'm hurt. He said on his way to Houston. Arkansas is not on the way to Houston. The only way around that is to just disregard what he said. So people want to do that, that's okay. Mississippi, yeah, it has a double letters, and in the Pokemon story, he uses a lot of double letters in words and in Pokemon. Right? You got Mabastiff, Obstagoon, uh what's the other one? Oh shit. Heracross. So there was a place that I was looking at early on in Alabama, right? I think south of Mobile, but I quickly left it because it had like a French name. So I was, New Orleans, French Quarter. Froggy is a pathfinder, like a dungeon master. Yellowstone's experience, bear, frog, turtle, sharkfish, matching pairs. You lost me there, Brian. I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons. Are you saying he just likes to get out there? Now, there's definitely, look, I think there's a couple different groups of searchers. You got the one group where, yeah, they want to find it, but they're more, well, we don't find it, it's fine. We enjoy the hiking, or we like doing our videos, being social, and then you got the group that it's only about finding the damn chest. I've noticed that. There's not a whole lot of other groups. I'm definitely more, and for me, it's about finding the chest, and I have no problem saying if it. Yes, I'm doing it for the cash, and I said it a million times, and I'll say it again. If he hid $10 out there, nobody be doing this shit. All right, tell me, tell me it's not for the money. He's got six figures sitting out there in the wilderness somewhere in four different places. That's a lot of money. I don't care, who's searching. A pejorative. What's a pejorative? Froggy? Froggy Froggy wears those frog shirts on his he wears those frog shirts on his YouTube streams. I like his videos. I don't agree with some of the things he says, obviously. I mean, you can say that about anybody. I mean, he's an Arkansas searcher for the Pokemon box. But yeah, I like his videos. They're entertaining. Makes you think. I mean, I like a good puzzle for no money, just like anyone else, but not this kind of freaking torture sometimes. You want me to do a crossword on, I'll work on that for no money. But this, no thanks. That's why you'd find a Froakie in a French Quarter. Yeah. Frog is nickname for the French. Really? Huh. Never heard of that. He calls them croakers in the story also. An army of croakers. So for those, okay, here's something. So for those of you who are not in the New Orleans, Louisiana area, or yeah, New Louisiana, why does he go on about that entire, page about being in New Orleans? What's the purpose? It's got to have a purpose, right? He's not just telling us the story for no reason. So why is he telling that story about New Orleans if it's not in Louisiana? Redford Trappers, early history of Fenn. No one has any ideas on that one. And that jar of flies, man, I've thought about that as history of Louisiana Purchase. Well, look, that Louisiana Purchase fits into a couple things, right? C.S. Lewis, Lewis Carroll, C.S. Lewis, Lewis and Clark. I don't know, Louisiana Purchase, a lot of Lewis's. And the great natural expanse and beauty. That's kind of language for Louisiana Purchase, no? Jar of flies, right? Who cares? What the hell's that about? So some people say it's the Coltrane circle drawing with the star is the jar of flies. Some people like to talk about Alice in Chains because we're talking about Alice through the looking glass. And apparently, which I just found out like yesterday, John Coltrane's wife was named Alice. So what the hell is this about Alice? Alice's restaurant. I don't know. Jar of lies. Oh, I misread that. Well, the whole story is a lie, right? It's fiction. Man, I'll tell you, I took out I signed up for the Pokemon Go when I went out on my boots on the ground. So at first I thought it was possible that, because I read that the same Pokemon are supposed to show up at the same spots. So I'm like, well, maybe, if I have Pokemon Go, I'll see these Pokemon where I'm at. Well, I didn't see a Golem, but I saw a Geodude, and I flipped out like, because Geodude's like the first generation or whatever, first evolution of Golem. Obviously, that didn't mean anything, and I don't think the Pokemons really mean a whole lot, in my opinion. But the Pokemons, at most, they give you like the habitat or where you're at in nature. But I think that's about it. I don't think you need the game. I don't think you need to know like, Froakie's Pokédex number, whatever. I don't think any of that matters in my estimation. I mean, I saw some people in the Discord, they're talking about freaking being in Indiana and Illinois. Froggy was in Illinois. It's like, huh? What are you doing in Illinois? Who's driving up there to get back to Statesville? But I guess it's possible, if you take the northernmost circular route and then you travel north of that 100 miles or so, I guess that could put you in Illinois. So it's just like I'm a believer in it doesn't have to be, it's probably not the obvious, but it's almost never the one that makes no sense at all, you know? I mean, it's probably somewhere in between. Just like I don't think he would have ever said the words hemmed in if the chest was at Hemmed In Hollow. He's just not going to tell you the exact name of the trail. And I haven't done any AT work, but I'm starting to believe that Vermont Trail is not where it's at. That it gives you, it's a clue for another name of somewhere where it actually is at. Cairo Bridge, Southern Illinois. Yeah, see, Brian, just and I got you. That's cool. I just for me, I haven't been doing this one that way. The Fenn, that's why I'm so into the Fenn and the Pokemon because it's just words, language, and you just got to figure it out. I personally don't think there's any puzzles behind either of them. It's just here's the story, figure out the clues from what I've told you, right? Regardless of how you do it, or that means just using different meanings, getting online and looking stuff up, whatever, going to the place and seeing things. But I don't think there's any, you know, any ciphers or codes or anagrams or puzzles. The Vermont Trail was right by Little Rock Pond. Little Rock Park. Yeah, I know. Yes. Is there another Arkansas somewhere on the AT? Is there another city in Arkansas that's name is in on the AT? Is there a Hot Springs, Virginia, or something like that? There's probably a Jasper or something. That's probably a type of word name that's being used somewhere else in another town. This picture, I see so much in this picture. I mean, the longer you stare, I see like a woman's face with like her hand up to her cheek. I see what appears to be a couple of different Pokemon. We all know Mewtwo is in here. I see like a turtle head. I even saw something that looks Japanese, like Japanese writing. It's wild. Oh, hold on, guys. What happened to my phone? Oh, damn it. Not right here. What else, people? Talk to me. You guys got anything else on your minds you want to talk about? It's funny, the Fenn people have quit coming in here. We used to have a lot of the Fenn people, and they would come in just as recently as not too long ago. That's a terrible sentence. They come in here not, but once I started with the JCB, they just want no part of it. I'll talk Fenn though. We get who we get in here. We get Greg and Street, Gorman, all the fun characters. Barb, um, Troy, I think only popped in once or twice. Get Ben in here. He'd come in sometimes. Fenner old timers, yeah. it's easier to discuss. Yeah, I mean, look, I obviously you can tell I try to keep discussion going, but I'm not I don't tell a whole lot, you know. I'm not going to give away what I'm doing and my ideas. I don't think people should. If people want to, that's up to them. I mean, you know, I couldn't picture a world where I'm giving away stuff like Froggy gives on, you know, I just would never do something like that. But to each their own. I mean, you know, he says he gives away because he may not be able to go boots on the ground and he'd rather someone else find it. I'm like, okay, I mean, that's cool. Yeah, Hooli, I know. But you know, it's just it facilitates the discussion. That's all. It just, you know, the more people we have, the more it keeps it moving. Um, but yeah, so you know, and it's not being a jerk or anything. But I'm out to find the damn chest, you know? I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to help you. You know, I'll give some ideas what I think about this and that, but that's, you know, it's going to be very general, specific stuff. I mean, you know, I'm not going to tell you where I'm at. I mean, Froggy gave away his whole solution, like pretty much. I mean, I gave away Louisiana Arboretum because I'm convinced it's not there, and I'm not ever going back there. So I'll give that up, but I'm not going to give up where I'm at now. No way. Yeah, we're in competition. It's not that I dislike anyone or anything. It's just you know, why am I doing this if I'm not trying to find the chest? I mean, you know, I hate this talk about cynical. I mean, I've grown very cynical in my old age, but I'm 52. But you know, I am of the strong opinion that look at Jack Stoof, okay? Just as an example. I mean, those are the kinds of people I think they're going to find these chests. The killers, right? The ones who they're not going to say a damn peep to anybody. You're not even going to know about them. They're going to obsess and obsess. They're not doing videos and you know being known by everybody and being friendly. Those are the people, you know, it's like Jordan or LeBron. Jordan's a killer. You know, we all want Jordan. LeBron's a nicey nice guy. I mean, I'm not a big believer that it's all about, you know, having fun. I mean, if you can have fun, great. But it's about finding the chest. It's just about it's not an attack on an individual. It's just I think it's the kind of mindset necessary you need to find something. It's not that someone's not intellectually capable of doing it. It's just it's a mindset. You got to have the mind that that's the number one goal. You know, so like I think K Pro, you know, they're going to have a difficult time finding chess. Now, although I will say this, they're in a unique position because they got people telling them stuff, just coming up, just because, see, that's the other dynamic of this, which is crazy. People just tell Mike and Christie stuff just because they're Mike and Christie, just because they want to talk to, you know, I guess, you know, for lack of a better term, the media voice of the chase, or not the chase, but of the hunt. And they just hand over what they have. I mean, I wouldn't, you know, you know, I'd help if I could. You know, I'd help. I not helped, but I told Christy something about the PNF box, but that's just because I'm not going to go look for it. Um, but she already knew it anyway, so it wasn't no big deal. So I don't know. I just think, you know, you got to have that. Just again, like Jack, no one knew that guy existed, man. He made one video, like one call to AGK, I think, or something, a couple calls. That was it. No one knew peep about him. Fun first. Yeah. I can have fun doing a lot of stuff. I enjoy, I enjoy it. But if there wasn't, you know, like for instance, I would never go to a spot where I thought, I'm going to do reconnaissance. It might be, I like this area. One or two clues match up. No. I'm going, if I'm going is I'm going to pick up the chest. Now I might be wrong, but I'm going to get it. I'm not, I'm going out there when not just to look around and, hit five different trails and I call one email on live with AGK and Condor 2 on Reddit and his cover was blown. Yeah, right. Exactly. It didn't take much, did it? Although I will, on Reddit, there was a lot on Reddit, but still, yeah, I get your point for sure. You can't hide, man. There's no hiding. In this day and age, anyone can be found out. Anybody. And he tried to delete all that stuff off Reddit. It didn't work. He said he might do this hunt, so Jack might be in here stealing all the Arkansas ideas right now. I got my money's on Jack is not in Arkansas. Did he really say he might do this? I think I vaguely remember that. Hey, I don't agree with how he handled it, but whatever. He's probably a normal guy. If he wants to do it, he should do it. He strikes me as he could be a Louisiana searcher, maybe. I mean, there's not a whole lot of choices, right? We got Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi. Um, I mean, technically the western, southwestern edge of Alabama, but I don't. Oh yeah, that's right. He did do a meet. That's right. Who cares? Thank you. That's right. I remember now. I did see that. So there's not a whole lot of, states. I mean, others will argue Indiana, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee. I don't think so, though. I don't think those are. Jack has been boots on the ground. I mean, I mean, Jack was obsessive. He went out there, what, 25 times? Oh, now, I know there's some people who think he was nudged or whatever. I don't know. That I don't know. But, you had to be obsessive because it was the poem didn't take you there. You had to search for a freaking non-existent blaze 100 feet from where the poem actually took you. The coins. I think the coins are clues to each individual treasure box. I don't think they have anything to do with the lion's share, although they could. I'll say this: in my opinion, they for sure relate. They're for sure some type of clue for their individual boxes. Whether they relate to the lion's share or not, that may be possible as well. But I'm not considering that. I mean, I will say this as far as my two solutions: the coins. For one, yeah, for one, it's I mean, they're. I look at technically, I look as one as a clue, one of them as a confirmer. But technically, you can say they're both clues. But I definitely use the coins in both my solutions. So, and it's interesting. Each coin has the line circle thingy on one side and has a box pattern, something related to the box on the other side. It's pretty neat. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know, I don't know if I'm using the coins correctly for my solution, but all I know is I'm using them. I am feeling more slightly, I say 20%. I'm feeling more confident from my Pokemon solution though than I am for the Fed. I started out very confident with the Fed. Now I'm still confident, just not as so as I was. I did see I actually did a Forrest Fenn search on YouTube. It's so weird how that's changed, man. I used to do it multiple times a day. Now it's like once every couple months. I did one today, or was it yesterday? I don't even remember. And I saw Barbara had a couple videos out. Gorman had one, and I think Street had one. Uh, Ghost Dancer had one. Who else did I see on there? I got something for Troy, but it wasn't even a Fen video. Something political. So yeah, it wasn't Fen, but yeah, I got something from Troy. So the people are still making videos, but just not watching them. I mean, shit, Ben's not even making videos really. He made one, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I've watched some of the British. I don't want to say I assume he's British. British guy and the management. They used to do a podcast, but now they've added video. I like a couple of their videos, but again, they have a lot that don't talk about Pokemon or Fen, so I don't really watch. Fen will be difficult. Yeah, of course. You're welcome, Brian. You think everyone has said everything? You mean as far as Fen tubers? Is that what you mean, or you mean here in this chat right now, or both? I mean, I'm just hanging just because I'm killing time because I'm gonna have a Zoom with my son at some point here later. So I'm in no hurry. Whatever. Yeah, regarding Forest Hunt. Yeah, I mean, you'd think, right? But people still have stuff to. I mean, people are still posting that they are the solver. Who cares? Come on, man. Oh, well, what's his name? Shit, Dave Woodard. That's right. He's been posting. He had some stuff out. Poor Dave. He's gone off the deep end, man. My opinion. What are you gonna do? I mean, he filed a lawsuit. I don't even know if that's still active. That lawsuit with Dave. These guys still are. I mean, I guess we just had Shy Guy in here earlier. He was making, but I don't know if he's made anything lately. Yeah, it is just the same stuff. I mean, Bill's been saying the same stuff for 5 years. You know, either we have, we have the group, I'm the finder group, and we have the it was all a scam group. You know, I think is Davio still here? Davio's in it's a scam group, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't speak for him. I don't know. Maybe Davio is just in the it wasn't Yellowstone group. I guess that's a separate group. I know he doesn't think it was in Yellowstone. He doesn't believe that. He's made that clear. And that's cool. I mean, whatever. Really doesn't matter at this point, does it? Like you said, it's done. I do hope one of the, I guess someone that, I mean, for, someone that I know who they are finds the Fem box. I mean, obviously, it's almost certainly going to be a Fed searcher that finds it. Because actually, I haven't, I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but I haven't, communicated with anyone that wasn't a Fed searcher that is looking for the Fem box. But I'm sure those people are out there, but it'd be cool if it's someone we knew from the community from back, back then. Especially maybe we'll be able to get a glimpse into that olive jar. Which with most things, I don't think it's going to be any big revelation or anything like that, but it'll still be neat to find out what's in it. You guys think they're going to make Forrest look bad in this documentary? Eat the normals? Yeah. I'm in the normal. No one owes me anything. I was wrong. I admit it. I needed some evidence that I was wrong, but once I got sufficient evidence, I caved. I mean, really deep down, I knew I was wrong. I was just holding on to hope. But yeah, I definitely consider myself in the normal group. Oh, so speaking of the crazy train, I was watching, I sometimes I leave these shows on while I'm driving and stuff. So today I was listening to it was from like a week or two ago, a K Pro show and Mike, someone they had open phones and someone called in. Oh man, and started talking about how just, you know, conspiracy Forrest stuff. I was like, oh, bro, come on, man. He wouldn't be in the normal group. But who cares? He was a fence searcher. JCB was a fence searcher. Here's the thing, though. I mean, look, the guy spent 40 grand on that olive jar. If he tells people what's in it, well, then no one's going to want it. No one cares about the paper it's written on. People just want to know what's in it. So it would be wasteful for him because then he wouldn't be able to hide it in the treasure because no one would care about it, you know? And if I find the Fem box, I mean, if someone says, I'll pay you X, I'm going to pay him for him. And if part of that is you can't tell anyone, well, I probably won't tell anyone. Yeah, the chase, well, I mean, the chase did a lot of that on its own, Hooli. I mean, I'm sure you'd agree. But yeah, I know what you mean. I think they're definitely going to make it. That's what sells, right? Shock sells and craziness sells. And, they're going to talk about the deaths and all this crazy people and the people who think it was conspiracy and all this stuff. I didn't think he was into as most of us do. Yeah, I mean, he may not have, but I mean, he said he searched for years for, full time for like a year or whatever he said. So, I mean, I understand you being upset with him, but maybe you give him a little. I think he was a legit searcher. He got out there and he was did his homework, he studied, he searched, he was legit. I think he was into it. I don't think it's fair really to say he wasn't. But I mean, that's your opinion. I understand, but oh, that was Greg who called in? I never heard him speak. Dude, Greg is a serial poster, commenter in every Fenn video. It's all about, was it Browns Canyon or, oh man, every single time. Everybody's video, you see Greg's, and it's never, I, I challenge, I challenge anyone to find a comment from Greg that's only one comment. It's always like three or five comments. It's never just a single comment. No, that makes all the sense in the world, Hooli. I mean, yeah, of course it was Greg. Of course, I get it now. Yeah, I don't even understand exactly what he said in my comments there at the beginning of the stream. But hey, Greg, I appreciate you being first, my friend. Thank you for getting here early. Very nice. And yeah, he sounds so nice on the phone. But then when he leaves comments, it's just totally unhinged. I don't, you know. And it's like, bro, I never said anything to you. I mean, I may have made some rude comment a long time ago, but come on, that was years ago. I went on my rage when everyone was going crazy, posting stuff, telling them to be quiet and get over it. That they're wrong, they're wrong. I was telling everybody you're wrong. Oh, you mean with the call? Yeah. Yeah, hopefully they wrote down that phone number from caller ID or whatever when it came through or on their phone. You noticed that the JCB seems like there's it's a much younger median age than the Forrest Fenn hunt. Is that just me or you guys sense that too? Seems like to me much younger, and that changes the dynamic of the way everyone interacts with each other. Yeah. Yeah, younger, right? Younger generation. Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of 25 to 40-year olds in this hunt seems like, which is fine. The more the merrier. And I think those young people are the ones that are much more likely to be sherry on Discord with everybody. Maybe that's just a total generalization, but the less, yeah, less competition. I got you. Who cares? Yeah, I mean, the idea of sharing is cool, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes they're sharing and I hear something like, shut up. Don't tell them that. You know? I'm like, why are they talking about that? I don't want to reach through and say, be quiet. Don't talk about that. I actually had someone, okay? I posted something in Discord and I had someone say, can I DM you? And they asked me in the DM, they asked me to remove it because it related to their solution. And I'm like, I said okay because I'm nice. I said, all right, I'll remove it. It's no big deal. But it's like, what do you want from me? All right, I got time. My son pushed it out on me, so we're not going to do this at 6. As groupthink AI tries to be first. When I first started working on the Fenn bots, I tried ChatGPT. It didn't really I mean, it's cool and all, but it didn't really help me much. It's good with facts, it's not good with interpretation. Like if you ask it, could this mean this? Yeah, well, yeah, it could mean that, but yeah, it's not a lot of help. Man, when are they hiding? Justin had to go off and hide this crap out in the West. Can someone hide something in Florida? That'd be nice. Or I'll even take Georgia or Alabama. Ah, all the people are on the East Coast. Let's give us some love over here. Okay, Larry will tell you. Where's he at? He's in Florida. It's nice here today. We had a high, must have been about shit, low 70s. Freaking beautiful today. Sunny, high of 73 today. Georgia has some good ones. In my mind, Georgia's out. Well, in my mind, everything's out except where I'm at. But I'm just saying, I don't think Georgia's a player. Right, Holy? Yeah, me too. And besides, this is where Florida's where all the crazy people are, man. You gotta give us some chest. You gotta give us something here. We can fight over 4 inches of snow. Wow. Might not be getting, well, it's only March, but I'm hoping to get out west in June, either the weekend before or the weekend after Father's Day. I haven't been out there since my last Fenn trip, which was what, October of 19. It's been a while. Yeah, Susie, where's she at these days? I saw her in a chat not too long ago. Said she was going to do JCB and she had said she had gotten her book, but I haven't seen her anywhere. Although I miss a lot lately. I go to bed earlier than I used to now, so I can't even make the speakeasies really. I did this week. I made one of them, but for a little while, not for too long. But man, people stay on there all night sometimes. PF, who cares? You must be an Ohio PF believer. PS Lake Tahoe, man. A lot of people think the PF is in Ohio, but again, if Ohio's in the word search, to me, it's out. I'm not going to give you the name of the state it's in right in the word search. Just like he's not going to say hemmed in the Pokemon chapter if he hit it at Hemmed in Hollow. Who cares? I'll bet you how much you want to bet. Who cares? $100? I get in on that action. Are any of you guys from Ohio? I mean, you know, anyone from Ohio will forever hold your peace. Michigan, okay, good. I mean, do you really think he'd torture us by making us go to Ohio? Come on, people. Put a treasure in Ohio? Come on. Just on that level, it's out without even reading anything. I hate Ohio, but it's there. Yeah. We have quite a few searchers from Ohio, Fenn searchers, quite well known ones too. We got Greg, Street, and the dude we had in here earlier, Shy Guy. He's from Ohio. I think we had another one. I can't remember. Possibly Ohio River. Yeah, I don't. Pokemon box is not an arc. Thank you, DB. I agree 100%, my friend. Welcome. Good to see you. You're catching us on the tail end, man. We're fading here. We're down to six. We've been on a couple hours. Just can't get the crew can't get the numbers up like we did for Fenn. Not that those were ever big numbers, but we there were times we'd have 30 or 40. I'm not consistent though. I don't show my face, so that all takes away from it. If I was on here every Tuesday night or something, we'd get some more people, but I can't commit like that. Yeah, I mean, DB, don't bother. There's nothing too much great. We just chatting about stuff, Pokemon fan, the Netflix. I'll chat with you if you have anything you want to say. I don't have to go anywhere. I'm just letting you know we've been on a while. Um, And I don't give away stuff, so that's another reason people don't subscribe. I don't show my face, I'm not on regularly, and I don't give away information. So this is three good reasons not to subscribe. I mean, look at David P. As soon as he started showing his face, his count started going up. So that's good. I'm glad he's showing his face. He did more than that. He put his name out there. I mean, I'll be honest, I thought David Piasano was his name, but then I got suspicious because he said his name was Paisano, right? But on his channel he spelled it Pia. So that's Piasano. Paisano is Pai. So I was always suspicious of that once I realized that. Three boxes aren't in any state. One box per state. Oh yeah, yeah. No more than one box in a state. There are four boxes in Arkansas. Yeah. The Pokemon is I'm with DB Cooper. Pokemon not in Arkansas. 100%. I just no one's I haven't seen a compelling reason why it would be. Just because he uses the term augmented reality, AR, or just because he uses the term hemmed in? What else is there in that whole story that would lead someone to believe it's Arkansas? Hey, who's Nikki in here? Satoshi Nakamoto from Arkansas? We'll see what do I know. I thought he was from Japan. Finding DB Cooper, you're Nikki? Didn't didn't Nikki get booted from the Discord today? The word on the street is I heard a mod bumped him. Say, get out of here. Japan is actually in Arkansas? Jasper? That's Froggy's connection. Jasper is Jazz Bar. Jasper. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's not terrible. I mean, I don't agree, but that's not bad. For me to buy into that, it'd have to be a little closer than Jasper Jazz Bar. I mean, that's pretty close, I guess. I don't know. It's not Arkansas. Oh, you're calling him Nicky because he's saying this. Wait, I'm confused. Nicky was isn't. Oh no, he's not. That's right. So he's not Nicky. You're just calling him Nicky because he said the same thing Nicky said, right? So confused. Let's say I've seen Finding DB Cooper for a while. I don't think that's Nicky. No. Anybody else got anything they want to chat about or stuff they want to say? Or they have questions, something that's bothering them, keeping them up at night, thinking about. Has anybody going boots on the ground soon, or want to tell a story about anything? Tell us somewhere not to go, or that you went and saw and it's not there. He's far too young. Yeah, he's kept well. I'm half his age and don't look nearly as good. Oh, Nikki is DB Cooper. Okay. All right. I couldn't tell in the picture in Discord. Isn't it some guy in like a Matrix suit or something? I don't know, man. I'm not dissing it. I'm just trying to figure out who's who here. Yeah, why is Mewtwo's finger all jacked up in the picture? It's super long. Although I said it looks like he's holding a it almost looks like Mewtwo's holding like a juice box or something with a straw sticking out of it. Or maybe is it a camera? Maybe he's taking a picture. I have no idea, man. Very confusing. He landed in Arkansas. There's some strong winds, man. Took him all the way from Nevada, Oregon, or whatever, all the way to Arkansas. But I guess that would make sense since they haven't found his parachute. They haven't been looking in the right place. What about Mewtwo? Looks like he's holding something. That finger looks too long to be a finger. I don't know. Like I feel like I want to pick up these white triangular pieces that are on the water at bottom half of the picture. Feel like I want to move them around or something. I'll give an idea. In the book, he talks about the Japanese box and how you got to slide the panels around and stuff. I was thinking like maybe if you cut these bottom pieces out and you move them around and try to put them together like a puzzle. I don't know. It's almost like how do you cut them though? How do you even know where the piece is? That's the problem. They all blend together. And in the story, it seems like JCB's memory isn't very good, right? Like Mewtwo messed with his memory. So you can't really believe anything he's telling you in that story. Has anyone given a thought that JCB is in the story is not really JCB? That there's something off, that there's, like I don't know, like maybe he's not a human, maybe he's a Pokemon or something. I don't know. I mean, this looks to be a pretty low photograph, right? I mean, it looks like it's a photo by someone who's very small because the horizon of the photo is basically the ground. I don't know if that's the photography term, but you know what I'm saying. All right, I've given, that's enough analysis for me. I'm giving away too much, even though I'm not saying anything. Um, Childhood memories, insects perspective. He's standing in a hole, maybe. Yeah, could be. Like, I was thinking, he says he has his lily pad on his back, and when he's sitting on the rock having his drink, Froakie, that's, how big is Froakie? Like the size of a quarter? For God's sake, I mean, small. that Froakie jumped and almost knocked him off his rock? It's a grown 6 foot man. This little tiny frog knocked you off his rock? It's a little strange to me. I mean, I guess if he got surprised and scared, startled maybe, but still, even that, how's that little tiny frog going to knock you off your rock? Unless either he's fucking huge or you're little, you're real small. I don't know. I mean, I've put this thing through every filter, I mean, I found this filter app the other day. It's called, let me tell you what it's called. Hold on. Got it right here. Glitch Lab. It's a pretty awesome uh like editor thing for photos. You should check it out, but I mean, it doesn't help, but it does some cool stuff to the picture anyways. Yeah, this is a strange Pokemon's a strange story. Again, the double take by the bartender, I don't get that. Play with color and shadows. Yeah. Yeah, it does all that kind of stuff but no matter what I've done, I've run it through a few different apps and I've gotten bunk, nothing that helps me anyways. I mean, maybe it'll help you, but hmm. Well, guys, wait another minute or so, but looks like we're dying down. Like taking a picture in a tunnel or a mine. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like the corners are darker, right? Almost like there's a filter on the picture. You know, it has a circular appearance in the. All right, guys. Well, it looks like everyone's kind of chilled out, not having much conversation. Been on a couple hours. I think we'll call it a wrap for today. Last second, anybody else want to say anything or have a question? I think I'll go feed my doggy. You hungry, boy? I think he's hungry. He usually eats around 5:15, so we're an hour late for his food. So he's standing over there by his bowl, waiting patiently. Um, all right, everyone. Thanks for coming. You're welcome, Brian. Hope everyone had a good time chatting. Uh, and I guess we'll just do this next time. We'll see you then. Have a good weekend.